will also be the one we race in China. However, as we do every year for Japan, we'll have another upgrade. We'll have the Suzuka Special, and that engine will be for Suzuka and Brazil. This was meant to be for here in China.
Well, let's hope that Rubens and Jensen at least have a trouble-free run from here on in. Thank you very much indeed, Otmar.
All right, thank you very much, Peter. Steve?
I'm just listening to describing what was going off with the engines there and saying that they were running well on the dyno, and that is the key, I think, to what Honda's problem is. There is no substitute for putting the engine into the back of the chassis and subjecting it to the G-loads and the oil surge that will happen when the car is being running in real life as opposed to virtual life on the dyno. Remember here, you're under like, what, 5G negative under braking, a lot of front to rear XY acceleration on the car. And of course, these Formula One engines these days, over the last 5 years, they've been working to get them to run on the absolute minimum of oil in the car because oil friction saps horsepower. So what they want to do is just keep enough oil around the components to keep the car alive and absolutely no more. There's a dry sump on these engines in Formula One and all race engines really to get the oil away from the components and store it in a separate tank. Once you put that G-load onto the car, that's what's happening. I think they're suffering from all sorts of oil surge problems, would be my guess.
But he did say that they'd done 1,200 miles in testing, or 1,200 kilometres here in testing, last week. But on the other hand, of course, testing's not the same as racing either.
That's true.
And that oil is of a very, very low viscosity. It's not the old 10W30 you might put into the grocery getter out in the driveway. It's about the viscosity of water, in fact. Sebastian Vettel for BMW Sauber goes P1 at 125.008. We'll be back.